Hello everyone and welcome back to another day on the channel that loves a challenge. Hopefully you guys are doing alright. I am your host, Nuzlocke. Thank you once again for coming in to support me. We'll get started here momentarily. Just let me finish out the intro, and I think we're actually good. Sound and stuff looks fine. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like, sub, share, follow. All of that good stuff helps the channel grow. Hit that notification bell so you know when we're started, and bring a friend so they're in the know. Yeah. Alright, all good. Yeah, yesterday I spent some time trying to go ahead and get all my stuff together. Looking through some of my old videos and, finding some good moments, because you guys said you wanted a one video wrap-up at some point, so... trying to find all my best of moments or good times and stuff like that. Man, I think the Diglett counter itself is going to be pretty fun. Alright. History, FireRed. Hello, Mike. Hello, Francisco. How's everybody doing today? Wonder if my meat got into the vids. It's funny that you say that, because I sat there thinking about all the things that you've thrown, and I was thinking that in the arms of an angel would be a perfect song to play to it. Just slowly being taken away, a black and white screen as the camera slowly zooms into all the meat getting thrown. I'm just sitting in the background screaming. Alright. I've actually been very much looking forward to it. Yesterday was, arrived in previously on your quest for... That's cool as heck. Managed to get out of Viridian Forest after wandering about. This is super cool. You mean I can Dragon Ball Z my own stuff? Took on the Pewter City gym leader Brock. Onyx with Bulbasaur and won heartily. Departed the gym in Pewter City. Will they find the Dragon Balls on this next episode of Nuzlocke FireRed? Save the game. That's so funny. Alright. So, let's get a bearing on our things here. We've got Birdramon, Potato, Badass, Butterfree, Cacao, and Takedown. So, Cacao and Takedown are gonna need some levels. We're heading into the thing, so we need to see what Pokemon we're gonna get. It's either gonna be a Zubat, or in Lucky, if we get real lucky, we'll get ourselves a Geodude. That is the preferred Mon, if possible.
My graphics are so bad.
Okay, hold on. Let me do that. But the preferred Mon is definitely Geodude if we can help it. Zubat is not great. I mean, a Clefairy would be pretty interesting. I don't know if I honestly want a Clefairy, but... No, of course. Good old Zubit. You forgot about this? Mike! What it... Listen! You don't have to keep subbing. I appreciate every time that you do, but, like, seriously. You're way too good to me, man. I very much appreciate your support, honestly. I just never know what to say when people do actually, like, sub. Because I'm always like, people are giving me money? Why? Seriously, though, thank you. Man. I don't really have anything to give you. I wish I had something I could, but we're just gonna leech and slowly leech our way through. It evaded the attack while it was asleep. Bitch is rolling around. I will say Leech Seed is much better this time around. I feel like Leech Seed is fairly strong. Zubat. Has no eyes, relies on echolocation. Give a nickname to Zubat. Anybody want to go ahead and name the Zubat, or are we gonna go with the standard Bobo Bat? Blind Bat? Alright, we'll go with Blind Bat. It's our first backup Mon now. Hello, Jerry Ann. Welcome. We're just getting caught up. It was really cool to see the whole black and white, like, catch-up. That was pretty cool. Alright, so, the goal for today. We need to get Caw functional. We need to get Caw up to Birdramon stats. Butterfree would be really good to go ahead and get up as well. If we can get this to level 20, it'll learn Bite, and then Misty's gym should be easy peasy cake. We could use Potato for it, but I think I'm going to go with Magikarp as my go-to. I wouldn't say today is grinding. It's probably going to turn into grinding, but today is mainly just about getting some of our things functional. Caw, once we get it online, will be great. I don't know what the gym caps are. Misty Gen 3. Gold, silver, fire red, leaf green. So we are sitting at a level 21 for a gym cap, which is phenomenal. They also know water pulse, not so phenomenal. But 21 as a gym cap, not too shabby. That means this is going to evolve. This is going to evolve, so we're gonna have two heavy hitters, with a Fearow and want meat? No, listen. It's too early to be feeding me meat. My stomach has not adjusted to being awake yet. So, roughly about 21 is what we're looking at for a gym cap. So, let's see how Caw handles. You're only saying hi, but she'll be... Don't mind me screaming in everybody's ear. But... Alright. We're gonna start with... It's good for now. Yeah, that's about as much as my delicate stomach can handle. A level 10 Zubat. I cannot say our level 6 Caw is gonna be taking this thing on. I just need to get a feel for how everything is. It should easily take it. Oh, it's gonna take 2 shots. Astonish? Okay. Wasn't expecting a random ghost type move. Bullet Seed. What even could we find in Mount Moon? I'm wondering if the rates are actually different. Mount Moon in Gen 3. Very similar to the only changes done is the... That doesn't help me. Generation 3. Geodude Paris. Clefairy has a 1% chance of being found here. Wow. With Zubat having a 69. 69! Anyway. What is that? TM. Also, I'm kind of curious how this case works. Open? That's cool. Huh. With the Paris. Paris wouldn't be a bad choice. I mean, I think choosing Charizard, the hardest part about it is just getting past the first gym. I think if once you get past the first gym, it would be much easier to go ahead and do anything. It's immune to ghost moves, right? I don't know if it's considered flying normal or not. It's weird because, like, I always feel like flying normal Pokemon are in this weird thing where they're considered flying Pokemon over considered normal Pokemon. And I just, for some odd reason, I can't see normal flyers as just being normal Pokemon. They never seem to be like that. Don't forget your repels. Yeah, caves do be like that, don't they? How much does Caw need to get online? I think once we get it to, like, level 8, it should be capable of fighting on its own. So, a couple more fights will get it to 7. What time does everyone usually show up to your stream? Most people don't tend to, like, show up until normal stream time, even though I let everybody know that stream starts early on the weekends. We'll probably be here for a while by ourselves. The majority of viewers, I think, start flooding in sometime around 2 o'clock. We probably could have gone for the tackle rather than go for the confusion to take out the latter half of its health like that. I'm not at there 2 o'clock. Yeah, so currently it is 12:04 p.m. I think since you're across the pond, it's, what, 7 or something over there right now? I think. Leave at 9 or 10 so you have to sleep. Or is it like a 5-hour difference and I'm thinking differently? I think it's actually, I think it is a 7-hour difference, but 5 actually. Okay, yeah. So it's a 5-hour difference, not a. I keep thinking that it's a 7-hour difference, but yeah. Good thing I sat there and thought about it. Good thing I used my brain. All right. Level 7 means it is okay. It has the speed to back it up, but it doesn't have the defense, and that's why. Here at 6. Hey, Shiny Whooper, how you doing? Learned Leer. This is 7. Yeah, 7, I think, you're over in the UK time. I think 7 is when most people pop in. Wait a second, hold on, Jurian, so you have a cup of coffee before you go to sleep every day? Is that what I'm understanding? It shouldn't do very much because it's bug. Your vacation ended? How was it? Was your vacation fantastic? Did you have a good time? Did you take a lot of pictures? Did you build memories with people around you that you can talk about for ages instead? You have a cup of tea before sleep like a true Englishman? Man, I don't think, like, if I'm ever gonna slam, like, coffee or an energy drink before I go to bed, it's mainly because I'm trying to dream. And I want my brain as active as possible. Holy shit! Listen, stop stirring up the balls with your carps. Coffee addicts? That's okay. Listen, what kind of coffee do you drink, Jurian? Because you're about to hear me sing the praises of my favorite Colombian roast, Café de Bustelo. Man, so when I do the transition from this streaming oh, hold on. Talking about streaming software. Alright, now we're good. But talking about, like, when I do the transition from my current streaming software into another streaming software, it's probably gonna be, like, a few days downtime. It's not gonna be for a while, but it will probably be a few days downtime. I'm also trying to go ahead and get some of my Twitch stuff to integrate with my current stuff, because in Gen 3, I believe there are a few Twitch integrations that exist that don't exist in some of the other ones. Actually, all it's got is Astonish, and that won't affect me. Here's one of the things about the Game Boy background that I just found out yesterday. Every time that I stream, I am going to, like, probably get some automated copy thing on me, because YouTube doesn't recognize that this is not the Jules family, and it's, you know, Nintendo's ownership, so I'm gonna have to, like, sit here and be fighting YouTube copyrights every single time that I stream. Not great. But I just found that out yesterday, so I'm kind of a little bothered. Latte macchiato and the strongest with a lot of milk. Do you have a specific brand or type of bean that you like drinking? Yeah, I wish there was a way to, like, lower the music down. Because I'd like you guys to hear the music, but I also don't want to have to constantly deal with copy strikes and bullshit. Oh, what am I doing? I have other Pokemon to level. I'm over here going in and out, being like, that's it! One Pokemon leveled, I think Kakaw could go for another round. We'll wait until he hits the yellow like we normally do for our grind sesh. Beans. Yeah, Beans is kind of how I feel about it all, too. But yeah, it's one of the nature of Pokemon games. I'm constantly having to go ahead and fight off copy claims and stuff. What's voice mod live, and why does it not work? What do you mean? Are you talking about, like, so voice mod is a... I mean, it's a software that allows you to do modifications on your voice and stuff like that. I definitely thought at some point that it was working and stuff, but I don't currently have voice mod on here anymore. The program causes too many issues. It doesn't integrate well with a lot of other software and things like that, so if there is a voice mod thing on there to go ahead and change stuff, it doesn't exist on my stream. It was a project I had been working on for a while, but I could not get it to function properly. You brew what you can get? Okay, listen. I'm going to go ahead and turn you on to the best coffee in the world if you can get a hold of it. I don't know if you can or not. It's called Cafe Bustelo. It's in a red and yellow can. It's just such a good coffee. It goes well with everything. It's very aromatic, so it smells extremely good. The taste isn't very acidic, so you don't have that same, like, coffee-ish taste. Overall, great brand of coffee. It's fairly cheap, so you don't have to worry about breaking the budget for something like that, but you will really love Bustelo. It's a good coffee. Comes highly recommended from a Latino themselves. Let me think. It is a flying... Hello? That caught me off guard. I wasn't sure what was going on. Alright, Butterfree, no more fighting for you. I should probably have taken a look at what its stuff was. 84, so that's gonna be about 3 fights. Caught you? You sure did. You caught me off guard. Ah, poor Geodude. You could have been in our party.
You could have been the chosen one, Geodude! You could have been the chosen one, you could have been part of our team, and made it all the way to the Elite Four. But instead you decided to not show up and be mediocre.
Where does that even come from? I feel like I should know. Oh, yeah. Right, it's Mario Kart. Yep, that's me. Big Clown. Yeah, that's me! Big Clown! I bet you're wondering how I got here. Yup, that's still me. Yup, honk my nose. Hey, Amy! Yeah, I see, the thing is, so, with the streaming idea that with the software that I want to switch to, what'll happen is that, it'll allow me to go ahead and, when you guys start attacking with stuff, I'll have a health bar, and if you take that health bar to 0 and you continue to attack, it'll just send me flying off into the distance. So you'll keep attacking me with all the stuff, and my thing will disappear off screen, and I'll have a respawn timer that'll have to come back. So, I'm hoping that when I make the shift, it'll take a couple days, but I think it'll be worth it. It'll add a little bit more interactivity to everything. Yeah, I'll see if I can go ahead and send you the image for it, Jurian, and if not, I mean, hell, I'll send it to you. I am so about Cafe Bustelo as a brand that I will literally send you a tin of Cafe Bustelo to prove to you how good the coffee is. Damn to be the price. Maybe my dog needs a helmet. Man, my dog needs a lot of things. Like a leash. Like an owner. Actually, if you guys want to know, I haven't, okay, so you guys are gonna get the inside scoop because we're here and it's quiet. And no one, I haven't really talked about it yet. But the whole thing here with the storyline of the dog is that the dog was supposed to be a stray, and it was found by alley cats, and it was raised by alley cats as a stray, and since it was like the runt of the litter, like it was just a small dog in general, but then the alley cats got into a giant fight with other alley cats. And so the dog decided it was going to pay back its owners, right? You need to make a pet the dog option? Yeah, that's in the list of things that I'm working on for the program. That little hand thing that you see on a lot of VTubers and stuff, a little pet dog thing, where the hand just pets constantly. Yeah, I'm working on something for it. A lot of the standard stuff that VTubers have, I don't have. And mainly it's because I'm really bad at doing my own programming and figure out what it needs to get done, so it takes me forever to get stuff done. But, yeah, so the whole thing is that it was an alley dog, and it decided to pay back its rescuers by helping it fight off other alley cats. And they eventually realized, hey, this dog is part of our family. So, yeah, it became king of the alley cats. And now it's a dog that runs a criminal. We're never gonna see the screen again. We're never gonna see the screen. It's gonna be gone forever. Oh my god, nobody's gonna, let me just get out of here and sit outside, because nobody's gonna see the screen at all. You know what? I think it's even better when nobody can see the screen. Who needs to see the Pokemon game being played? We only need to hear the gentle lulling of the Pokemon game putting you to sleep with its gentle slapping noises as a meat paradise descends from the sky. Jesus Christ. It's so much meat. This is what I get for making the adjustments to it. You're welcome. I see. I should just shut up and eat, right? Yeah, see, modes like this are when I think the thing would have come in handy. This is the main course. Jesus Christ. It's so much. I think moments like this would have come in handy for, like, the health bar to be there, because you would have just sent me flying off into the distance if the health bar app existed. But we'll put it in somewhere. We'll put it in there somewhere. I think maybe we should get a count of all the meats one day as well. Now you've got me all stuffy. I've got myself all stuffy. I woke up coughing up all kinds of mean, nasty, gross, ugly stuff. It's probably just because I need to go ahead and really purify this place. By purify, I mean, like, I need to really do some heavy cleaning. Fella is bruised. Yeah, I should definitely just turn my dog upside down because I'm currently dead. We don't really care if Birdramon levels up. It's cool that it does, if it does, but we're mainly just using it to buffer as a break between my Pokemon and this. We could go for trainer battles, but I feel like trainer battles are a little bit more serious and stuff like that, and they're really going to do a lot more damage than a regular Mon would. Big quack. Big quack. Big quack with the quack back. Over here with the meat attack. Wearing it like a snapback. Put that meat in my knapsack. Yeah. We could go with Potato. I think Badass might actually be the better choice here, because he can do a lot of damage. You could play Infinite Quacks. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why people could play Infinite Quacks. I have no idea. But it has been abused before, and we have had to take the quacks off because people went for the Infinite Quacks and then forever played Quacks. Yeah, I guess Birdra. Just because Badass isn't gonna do too much. Life Leech is gonna hurt a little bit, but the Karate Chops and its typical stuff aren't really gonna do enough damage. I'm gonna stop now. Listen, you are nowhere near as bad as anybody who did the Quack Festival before. We had one time where I think it was just like 10 minutes of literal straight quacking. And it was like quack, 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 quack for 10 minutes. So you are nowhere near the limit of quacks. $59, that's 2 more fights. Big bonk energies. Yeah, that was one of those things that I tried to make them, like, I tried to make a lot of my stuff super cheap, because I wanted them to be, like, one-off, like, throw a cent or two at something, rather than make things expensive for people to play. That was my thought process, was I wanted people to interact with the stream and not feel like they're breaking their wallets to do so. So I've always tried my best to keep things cheap. Unless I don't like something, at which point it's going to be expensive. At which point I'll give people the opportunity, but you're gonna pay for it if you really want it. Interested in the coffee you're talking about? If you send me a picture, I'll try and buy it in Europe to drink during your streams. Yeah, I believe Cafe Bustelo isn't specific to America. It's a Colombian coffee, so it may be a little bit more difficult to get as an import over there. But by far, of the many coffees I have had in my life, by far, Cafe de Bustelo, as inexpensive a coffee as it is, it's such a good quality. And the company's expanded over the years. So I remember when it was just only the tin of coffee. Let's see, now now they have K-Cups, they have cold brew products. They've got a whole bunch of different lines of products now for their coffee. So I'm quite surprised. It came from just a small company that I really enjoyed drinking from. I wouldn't say small company, it's a fucking coffee company. Of course they're not small. But it came from being a coffee company that nobody had really heard of, that we used a lot in, like, in Latino countries, to being everywhere. And I introduce everyone I can to it because I really like the coffee. Also, welcome back, Phantom.
I love you, dog!
Ah, the music is so nice and I really wish that I could listen to it, but we all know I'm gonna get slapped with a copy thing as soon as this stream is over. And then I'm gonna have to deal with constantly, like, it's so bad that I actually have a copy-paste text that I use for every single one of my... Gotta go for tea? Alright, you have good cup of time. But it's so bad, I have, like, a pre-copy-paste text that I use for every single time I have to use it, that just refers to the copyrights and everything, and refers to... there's a meat fest that you did? Yeah, you sure did have a meat festival all over me. But it just refers to all the standard things and who owns it and they do not and all of that. It's a pain. And I have to wait 30 days, so for the next however long I am here doing this, I'm gonna be stuck having to go ahead and put out that exact same set of text, like, every single day. Okay, 1 second. Sorry. So, can you explain American tip culture? I mean, I don't know what you mean by tip culture. There's nothing, so for you guys may see it as part of American tip culture, but for us, for people in the service industry, it's not really tip culture, it's really how they make some of their money. So, let me hit you up with the history of tipping and why I dislike tipping as a thing. Not that I don't tip, I tip everywhere that I go because I understand how it works. But I refuse to go ahead and tip any of these kiosks anymore. I'm so tired of being told, you want a tip? it's weird if you don't tip, right? No, not necessarily. It depends on the situation. I'm not going to tip for people who are making minimum wage or regular work, because most of the time in companies like that, it's not really going where it should. But if you're talking about things like restaurants and stuff like that, people in the service industry who are bringing you things, it is standard to tip. The reason is, first, let me explain the work. Let me explain why you're tipping them to begin with. So service industry tasks here in America, when you work for the service industry, anything where they're bringing you things like a waiter or stuff like that, they are paid what is called a service wage. And there are two sets of wages here in America. The service wage, or the regular wage that people would get, which would be minimum wage, which is mandated by the government and stuff, that's the minimum you have to pay somebody, is different than the actual service wage. A service wage is a wage that is given to those who work in that industry. It's significantly lower than what the standard wage is. But the reason is that, I guess when it was put into place, tipping was standard practice. You were giving somebody who was making a lower wage a tip, which meant that they could technically make more than they should have. So anybody who's bringing you things like that, they're making very minimum amounts of money, and they're relying on that tip money to go ahead and meet the, quote, bare minimum of minimum wage in terms of, you know, the government giving them money. So that's why you would tip somebody who brings you your food or stuff like that. Now, let me hit you up with the history of tipping and as to why it's an absolute garbage thing that came about to begin with. So, let's go back to the days of American slavery here. When the slaves were finally freed, and they were allowed to go ahead and go into the working industry, right? A lot of people didn't want to go ahead and hire these former slaves because, you know, they had them for free labor. Wow, we're gonna go ahead and pay them people if they were working for us for free, right? So they came up with a way to go ahead and integrate former slaves into the service industry without paying them the proper wages they were due. They came up with this idea of a service wage, which was, we pay you less, but you know what? This is a good thing, because you could make more in tips than you possibly could if I just pay you a regular wage. Doesn't that sound good? People would go ahead and pay you extra money for the service that you do. Thus why the whole service with a smile idea, mindset of, you know, treat your customer right, get more money kind of came into play, right? But, it never really changed. We went forward in time, things kept happening, and this whole tipping thing came into play, but we kept this service wage, which really shouldn't exist to begin with. If we didn't have this service wage, we wouldn't have to worry about tipping, and we wouldn't feel bad because everybody would be making the amount of money that they should be making to begin with. But yeah, that's why when you're over here getting food and stuff like that, you should tip. You gotta go eat. Man, I gave you a whole history lesson and you're like, fuck, I'm hungry. But yeah, that is why in America, if you do come over here, you should go ahead and tip your waiters and waitresses. But I don't necessarily agree with the practice of tipping just because its roots. If we just paid everybody a regular wage, we wouldn't have to worry about this. And its roots come from just trying to go ahead and stop, you know, newly freed black slaves from coming into the working industry at a fair wage. So, yeah. Anyway, if tip your servers, tip your servers because they're making a living off of it, and yeah, not much else. Yeah, we're probably gonna, let's see, how much more we got until it's level 10. This thing's not gonna be 326. It's not gonna be good for a while. So it's modern slavery, just giving the peeps some cash, be nice when the USA and tip people. Pretty much. Pretty much. And because of the way that capitalism works, there's nothing saying that you can't do it. And service wages have been in place so long that it would take an overhaul of the entire system to get everybody on track, and companies would fight it hand, tooth, nail, and, you know, throw their fucking baby at you to say, don't take away our cuts here. So yeah, it's kind of just the way it is in America. It's one of those things I can't say I agree with, just because I know the roots of where the service industry wage came from, and it really is just a perpetuation of modern-day slavery to keep people down from making the money that they should and keep the corporations in power. And as a financier, you know, I'm real big when it comes to the history of money. You guys know I'm real big about money and making sure that people save it and use it appropriately and stuff like that, so... Not that people coming in to a Pokemon stream want to hear any of this, but... Yeah, this thing will beat us in the speed battle, but I think we can take it pretty easy because it's going to keep... Astonish is going to be its primary move over Life Leech. It will use Life Leech occasionally, but it's not going to default to it. Yeah, but here's also my thing. If you're gonna tip, you don't need to tip everywhere you go. If you're going to get some coffee, you don't need a tip. It's mainly just servers, just waiters and waitresses that you need to go ahead and tip. If they're in an industry where they're bringing you something, like in a restaurant, that's where you tip. Outside of a restaurant, I'm usually not going to. I tip out of... You know, I've been in their shoes. I know exactly how much waiters and waitresses make. I've done that before. Not a good wage to walk away with like a $200, $300, you know, check. Not very fun. We must have an even speed. If he gets 2, I get 2. We must be on even keel here. Must be just rolling the dice to see who goes first. Hey, level 9. I think, don't IVs still exist, I think, in this generation? I can't see IVs being a big playthrough in FireRed and Leaf Green like they were in some of the other ones, so I'm not too worried about the early grind, because I think we'll be fine. We should probably speed this up a little bit, though. I think we'll go ahead and speed it up after this here. Just... Ooh. Well, I gotta take that switch. God, it's so hard to, like, gently switch it into one Pokemon or another. Cow's level 10! Hey! Alright, it's got, I think, one more battle before it's got to switch out. Maybe 2 more battles? No. We'll take the switch now. I don't want to push my luck here. Switch out for call. Just because if it runs out of stuff, it's not going to be able to fight back, and that would be a problem. Oh my god, it's so hard to switch. You guys are wondering why I don't really put it in like that. It's because it's hard as hell to go ahead and shift properly. To, like, just gently go down to Butterfree instead of, like, flying up and down the shaft here. Alright, Butterfree can't be taken anymore. So our next one is going to be... I guess either bird or potato. Let's just put potato out, because I think we're going to be using potato more than we will, like, our bird. So... Ah, yes, my favorite, when it constantly misses. I do sure miss when it always missed all the time. Let's go for our bird here. Hello! Anti, it has been a while. How are you doing? Run's going pretty well. You know, we're still in our beginning stages of the run, so it's one of those things where I'm grinding. I gotta get Caw online, which will replace Birdramon here, and then, Takedown obviously needs to be level 20 before we hop into that gym fight, so we can, get it to do thing. So yeah, it's going slow, gotta be honest. Just trying to gently shift into this Pokemon. You eat water? Yeah, I eat water too on the weekends. And now that Luft is out of town, I'm definitely not eating. I mean, I can make my own stuff. I'm actually a surprisingly good cook, you know. But, I just don't like cooking. It just takes so much time out of my day. You got your first job and you won a Pokemon card tournament. Nice! Number 1, congratulations on your first job. I hope you're wildly successful and take over as CEO. And a Pokemon card tournament. Nice. What was your deck? I am always interested to hear what the meta is right now, because the last time I played, I think Sigilyph and Trubbish, item recycle was the big playthrough, where you would use Trubbish to force to put items into your discard, and then you would have Sigilyph come out and equip them and just slam through the Pokemon in front of you. That was the big play. Gardevoir? Alright, Gardevoir... what? I don't know anything about the card game, so you're gonna have to kind of explain the strategy rather than just one Pokemon. Unless Gardevoir does something its own that makes it good. I guess we should pop out now that it's paralyzed. Yeah, because I haven't kept up with the card game in a while. So, I think the last one I was still when I was still playing, the last thing that was big popular, I think, was like Mewtwo. Was like a Mewtwo EX card, which had taken worlds at that time. And I think gold potions were still a thing and whatnot. Basically just waiting for Gardevoir and destroying everything. Ah. I guess that is a strategy. Yeah, I think, let's see, I really liked Haymaker decks. Back in the day when Pokemon card game was popular, Haymaker was the way to go, where you had 1 or 2 drop cards that their job was to get in and deal with the early game Pokemon as quickly as possible. So they had like 1 drop Pokemon that would come in for a single drop and do like 20 or 30 attack on its easy, on its first. I sat there and read mac and cheese and I was like, easy. So things like Electabuzz, Scyther, Hitmonchan, where you would drop them in early, they would have a move that would do like 20 or 30 attack with its first thing, and then you would just stack up to its second move where it did like 40 or 50. And you would take out Pokemon in their early stages before somebody could evolve them or keep them going, because they knew if they outweighted it, you would be the one in trouble rather than them. So yeah, Haymaker was very popular. I don't actually know if there is a Haymaker deck, and I doubt it would work because there's so many new things. Counter rearrangement, I think, was another fun one, but you don't really see counter rearrangement anymore. The salt in here is insane. What do you mean the salt? Oh, in your mac and cheese? Yeah, mac and cheese be salty. I love it. One of my favorite things about mac and cheese. I love salty mac. That is a horrific noise that it makes during that transition. Oh, jeez. Listen. There's no need for this kind of assault. Alright, Call, you got this. You can take on everything. You can take on all these mon. If you can't, then you need to go, or else we don't call you Caw. You can fight every Zubat here. Every Paris you go to clear. Mac and cheese is one of your favorite meals, but, pot noodles outclass them. I like mac and cheese quite a bit. It's weird because, like, a lot of that stuff I didn't have as a kid. So Lufta's introduced me to what she calls the white people food. And I haven't had a lot of white people food because, you know, I didn't grow up white. So she has introduced me to a lot of this stuff. Ramen and I have had one of those big relationships where I don't know if I should eat ramen. There was a time in my life where I had ramen, like, every single day for, like, a year. And because of that, I had a very bad, like, MSG addiction. So, if I didn't eat ramen, I got a really nasty headache. So, there was a time. There was a time upon my life where ramen held me by my hair. Me and ramen was my life. I was eating ramen here and there. And if I did not have my noodles, oh, my head begins to pound. And if I did not have my MSG, The withdrawals would put me on the ground. Yeah, but seriously, it was pretty bad. Yeah, I just... What would Beerus think? Oh, I don't know. Probably disappointed. Probably scream at me disappointed. Let's go for Potet. I don't feel like putting my Mankey in danger. Hey, calls 14. Look at this. It's really going, isn't it? I think it's the last 2 pecks here. Yeah, that's it. Can't go anymore after that. When will you become a singer? He's on the singing doll. Listen, I could do a sing stream at some point, or he eat, sleep, destroy, repeat. You know, I've had a lot of singing under my belt. You know, I've been singing since I was a kid. So I probably could do, like, sing streams and stuff like that. I don't know if anybody would even want to, like, if anybody would even show up for stuff like that. I mean, if I was gonna do anything, I would probably end up doing musicals and stuff. But I don't think people would want to see that. It's still only got Splash. I forgot how useless this thing is. I don't know how to sing, still in choir. You don't know why? Hey, listen, you don't need to sing to have music in your heart. You don't need to sing to have your... You know, I'd show up for singing or cooking streams. You don't need to sing to have singing in your heart. It's all about that sounds that come out, they're not far apart. You can sing very badly, you can sing upon yourself. You can sing inside the shower. You can sing inside a burning building while you call for help. Yeah, so the cooking streams, Luft has actually been looking into it. She found a couple ways for me to go ahead and rig it. I think our kitchen is just too small to really do the kind of cooking streams we'd want to. Probably a chest-mounted something or other. Chest-mounted camera would be the best way to go about it, honestly. Alright, 3. Jesus! All these go dudes. 2. 2 more gadudes. Come on, Butterfree, you can just line it up. Just gently get out there. Jesus Christ. This is why I don't want to, like... This is my problem. If it weren't for the fact that I have to, like, constantly switch back and forth from fast to slow, I wouldn't have so much of an issue with doing this grind. But, like, constantly having to switch between fast and slow like this because I can't shift properly. Like, you know, first world problems, right? Almost throwing my controller trying to shift. Oh, we don't have any attacks left for Kakal, so Birdramon, you're gonna have to take it. What if you got used to being in fast like that all the time? Yeah, I could technically do it. The issue isn't, like, the getting used to part. The issue is the shifting from thing to thing. Like, getting these shifts in is a pain. Because it's so sensitive, there's no way for me to just gently move it from one thing to the next. Alright, it's officially out. We'll, let's go heal. I feel like our recap is gonna be like, went into Mount Moon, and that's it. What is a VTuber? It's a virtual YouTuber. It's somebody who uses an avatar like myself to go ahead and represent themselves online, rather than having, like, themselves physically present like you normally would. So your online representation becomes whatever that little avatar or image is, more than anything else, so... yeah, it's not like I'm ever trying to hide my face or anything. It's just that, you know, my channel has always been represented by this dog. It would make no sense for me to just use my face when nobody knows my face, rather than the dog. You're the only one I watch? Ah, okay. Yeah, there's plenty of VTubers out there. If you're into a particular game or series or, like, looks or ideas or stuff, there's a VTuber, I think, for everybody. The same way that I feel like there's an anime for everybody, is kind of the same way that I feel like for VTubers. Maybe Royal Pear is one, but that's shorts and stuff. Yeah, but if that's the case, that means that they probably have a main channel where they actually do regular content, if that's how it is. You're probably catching their shorts after edits. You see, this is my problem right here. I'm just trying to get to badass, and it just, like, it takes forever to do so. Okay, which should be a lot more effective with Kakal now. It should be 2-peck down. It's the main channel. They only do shorts. Oh. Well, I don't know. They must be coming up with from somewhere, I thought, but... I mean, if they're only doing shorts, I guess. But usually, most of the time when I see shorts, it's people editing their main content from wherever. Yeah, Kakal should be super effective now. Now, especially since it now has Fury Attack. YouTube Shorts creator, they're called. Yeah, I know there's a whole thing. YouTube is really pushing for people to create shorts now rather than regular content. YouTube used to be all about super long-form content, so I'm kind of a dinosaur when it comes to the age of doing content. I'm kind of a dinosaur. I saw that poisoned and realized I needed to go to a Pokemon Center, like, immediately. Luckily, we're not, like, halfway through the cave. So it looks like Paris has contact spores. So that is not exactly great. Brony is turning into Trapinch. He's becoming orange. Oh no, I didn't even realize that. It's another thing that people can be like, ah, you're a Trapinch! Got him! One more thing for people to go ahead and call me out and be like, you're a Trapinch, bro.
Brother, you're a Trapinch.
Some pretty good package. Some pretty good package there, Kakal. If we can get ourselves a hold of a King's Rock, we'll be goated. Just looked at it, came to mind. That's so funny, because I didn't even consider it when I was thinking about the color scheme. I just thought, huh, this looks close enough to being FireRed, right? That's red. That's the color of red. Like long-form content, shorts are like TikTok brain-dead content. You can watch for an hour, you don't know what you've seen. Yeah, I did see this really funny skit that was like, for $1 million, tell me any of the videos that you have just watched for the past 4 hours. Alright, for $1 million, can you just describe anything in the videos you have just watched? It was pretty funny. Because it makes sense, you know, you go on TikTok, you end up doom scrolling, and next thing you know, you're, like, sitting in bed 3 a.m. covered in mayonnaise and wondering how your life got there. Need to pay someone to make a Vibrava or a Flygon version of you? I suppose. I can tell you it's not. I wouldn't pay somebody because it's not gonna be cheap as far as I know. Yeah, commission content I don't think is very cheap. As somebody who lives with an artist. Oh shit, thank you for reminding me. I gotta go contact my model maker. I sent her an email asking about some stuff, and now I need to go ahead and recontact and be like, hey, actually give the details of the model that I was thinking about. Thank you for the reminder. That was really important because I wouldn't have remembered on my own. Get these Fury attacks out the way here. I think we're almost done with Fury attacks. Remind you by talking nonsense. My brain connects things in very weird ways, so yeah, that's exactly how it went. You said something and my brain reminded me because it connected all that nonsense together. No, it was mainly because you said talking about paying somebody to do the Flygon, and since, you know, I pay my model maker for certain things and stuff, that's what my brain was associating it with. Alright, level 18. I think Cacaw is fairly good now. I think just getting takedown to level 15 is kind of the goal at the moment. There are other Pokemon I'd like to get there, but... it's hard to find small creators. Somehow I found you. Yeah, it's weird because, like, I don't really, you know, I just kind of, like, consider myself as, I don't even think about my size here. I just kind of think of myself as a creator. But for me, you know, I've never really, if you're looking for something, you'll definitely find it. I think more than anything, people who tend to find my channel aren't necessarily looking for small creators. They're looking for a very particular type of content. People who find my channel are people who are interested in finding somebody who's going to go ahead and talk to them, who plays a challenge but doesn't really take it too seriously, is very dedicated to, like, a lot of the stuff that they do for their stream. But I think moreover than not, most people stay because they like talking. Because they want somebody to talk to them, and I think that's the most important part. Just on my For You page? Yeah, that it means it was definitely for you. That's how it is. If you found my thing, it means I was for you. It's probably because it realized that you want to talk to somebody and you want to interact and stuff like that. Ooh, hold on. Is there a way to just gently tap it? Because if that's the case, maybe we might have found a... Nope. No way to just gently tap it. It takes the inputs too far. It's probably me playing Pokemon and you're playing Pokemon. Yeah, that was probably it. You play Pokemon, and I play it too. That's why I was recommended on your For You. Musical content. Also, good boy, I like dogs. I like turtles. Oh, man. So weird to think how long ago that was, that whole I like turtles thing. Not even that long ago. And yet has been pretty much forgotten by the social consciousness. I like sheep. Yeah, so, talking about you liking sheep, that reminds me of the thing. There are exactly 6 frog Pokemon in the game. There are exactly 6, so I could literally have a team of all frogs. Tomorrow's day 169? Yep, that it is. We'll have to do nothing special, but we'll talk about it. So, in terms of frogs, here, let me pull it up, because I definitely looked way too much at it. So Poliwag, Whirl, Wrath, and Politoed fit into the frogs category, believe it or not, because of Politoed, I think I would have to go with. Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur. What will day 420 be like? Oh, I have no idea. We'll probably be way deep into the series by day 420. But yeah, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Froakie, Frogadier, and Greninja. Yep, they would be on the team. Krogunk and Toxicroak would be on the team. Tadbulb and Bellibolt would be on the team, and then Seismitoad. So yeah, I'd have all of 6 frog Pokemon with a drastic problem of I'm weak to electricity. But yeah, Seismitoad, Greninja, Toxicroak, Bellibolt, Venusaur, and Politoed would be my team. I feel like that's a playthrough waiting to happen on its own. Maybe we should do a playthrough where that's our team. Seismitoad, so he would be your answer to electricity. I thought Seismitoad was toxic, not ground. I mean, Seisma, that makes sense, yeah. But still, I mean, pretty much, it's got a blatant weakness. I'll pick Swampert over Seismitoad, in my opinion. Yeah, but Swampert's not technically a frog. It's more of it's like a salamander thing, but it's not exactly a frog. In typing things, better move pool, same type. Sure, but like it wasn't about the typing. It was more of the fact that if I was a trainer, I would probably end up using all frogs, and that was just what happens to pop out is all of that because that's an all frog team. Wonder if there are better places to, like, do this grind at. I think we can officially start doing trainers, though. We'll just keep Magikarp up front, so we just have to take the fact that we're going to get attacked into account. Yeah, fighting the trainer. Look at that Clefairy doing the Clefairy thing. It's a Clefairy doing the Clefairy thing. Yeah, see, I think the trainer battle is what actually got me in trouble, which I thought was pretty crazy, because I'm like, why would this get me in trouble, though? What's my favorite starter? I don't have a favorite starter. You would have 6 Meeps and a Wooloo in the PC. I'm wondering if there are even like if there are 6 sheep Pokemon. We'll take a look in a second because I am fairly curious. We'll get rid of Leer for Fury Swipes. It's not exactly a great thing. Fury Swipes is not phenomenal, but I think it's better than having Leer. Yeah, because I was thinking if I was a theme trainer, because gym leaders are all themed, but they're themed after a type. And I always felt like, why not theme them after something other than that? Let's see, sheep Pokemon. Are there sheep Pokemon? Yeah, let's see. So there's obviously 2 sets of sheep Pokemon that I'm seeing, which is Mareep and Wooloo. That's it? Raihan was Weather in Sword and Shield? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I haven't played Sword and Shield, so I wouldn't know. I mean, I guess we could, if you want to take it a stretch, you could probably do that, that Pokemon that is, you could probably do Ram Pokemon, too. Sheeps and Rams. You know, because Poliwrath and all of them are kind of a stretch. Let's see. So Mareep. Obviously, Flaffy and Ampharos, they're the same evolution line. Come on, Article. Wooloo. Is that it? Just the two? Man. They need more sheep. Isn't there like a sheep, a wolf in sheep's clothing Pokemon? Can you name something? I mean, yeah, you haven't named anything yet, so feel free. We haven't caught anything, so... yeah, I guess there's no thing there. That's too bad. I feel like a wolf in sheep's clothing Pokemon or something like that would be pretty entertaining. All right, let's continue on. You gonna do your homework? All right, go do your homework. There are roaming trainers? Oh god, why? My least favorite thing from these series is roaming trainers. Excavating for fossils. Sometimes Brock lends me a hand. Aw, that's pretty nice of Brock. Hold on, I think maybe we can... Tell me if this lowers the sound for you guys. Because I may need to go ahead and put it at lower regions, that way I don't get hit. By a thing. I hope that's not too low, because I want to have the sound there, but I also don't want to get slapped with a, you know, a copy pasta bot. What am I gonna do with fossils? I don't know. I think I might actually go for Aerodactyl this time around. I think Aerodactyl would be the way to go.
Shit, that's so big.
I thought so, yeah. You thought you were gonna absorb my Magikarp? Get wrecked, Oddish. Don't you dare touch my bony fish. It's gonna use growth. Yeah, if we can just peck it down, it should be fine. I don't think there'll be any issues if we do the peck down. I always wonder why, specifically, it's gotta be the original versions where they get hit with these song problems. Also, why is she standing like that? No need to be standing like that, young lady. She wants to be slapped? I don't know what that means. Come to explore the cave too? She's showing her butt? Yeah, it seems like it. I'm just like, young child, put that away. This is a children's card game. Oh, boy. I can't say Badass is gonna do a great job here. It's strong, but not fast is the problem. The Death Star? Trying to go... Don't you pick up the rare candy on the right side of the cave? I had completely forgotten about that rare candy even existing, so I guess yes, I do. And since I'm going that way anyway, I may as well go ahead and go heal. Yeah, I'd totally forgotten that exists. Big thing, so you need to go big. Oh, shit. No, he didn't, did he? Oh! I didn't even notice that. Thank you. I was so busy that I didn't even notice. This looks like legs. Hold on, you're right. It does look like legs. Let's make some quick adjustments here to this thing. Center Y, I think it is. Scale. There it is. I think that works, right? You can see me now. Yeah, there we go. Stole the apple for Newton's tree. Off screen now, only your ears exist. Who needs anything else, right? Looks like a death cannon. Oh man, paralysis. Listen, you want it big. This is big. That's an escape rope. That's not a rare candy. That's a rare candy. Two sword ears. Oh boy, look out, Caterpie. He has a deadly weapon. Restrain the dog. Restrain that dog! Halt! You have violated the law. Pay the fine or pay your life. Does the dog have a name? I think a Zonavox is the actual dog's name. I'm pretty sure that's its name. You know, I'm just the owner here in this instance. We were actually just talking about the whole idea of where the dog came from and everything else like that earlier, so, you know, with its lore and stuff. Can't see the end as the ears are in a black hole. Yeah, they're somewhere up there, stretching off into forever, into finite points that are ready to cut atoms. Every time you open your mouth, the nose stretches as well. Yep. It's because I'm getting closer to the black hole, and it's like, hey, stretch out into non-existence. I look like a street shark.
Hey boys, let's clean up the streets of crime. Yeah! Street sharks rule.
So entertaining. One potion. What is this? There's water coming out of this cave. What kind of Pokemon do you have? Wait, don't sneak up on me. Oh no. Magnemite. What do we use? I guess potato, but I can't see very much use case for fighting this thing, to be honest. Let's put it to sleep, to start with. When does she come back home? Either Monday, either Sunday or Monday. One of the 2 days. I don't honestly know. Neither does she, either. She's way out, like, she's like 8 hours-ish away or something like that. So, you know, and she's kind of at the mercy of everybody else because she's riding with somebody. So, she didn't drive there herself. Small head, small body, giga ears. Restrain this dog. He's a chihuahua. I know it says... Oh, hey, welcome back, Henley. Yep, Nice to see ya. So far, got jump scared seeing the word red in the title. Hello, Primrose. Yeah, we're doing good. We're just slowly making our way through the game here. Yup, good old FireRed back in the day. I hope this thing doesn't know Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom is way too early for anything to... That's not good, is it? I should be scared of that, shouldn't I? 300 followers, nice! Yeah, didn't even notice. Finally have a day off to just relax. What have you been doing on your day off? Anything exciting? That was not a good boss battle. Not a good trainer fight. I felt very in danger. I think Magnemite is pretty good this time around, isn't it? Like, it has steel. So, dude, you just saved a guy's life. Sounds cool. Sounds cool. Being a neurosurgeon sounds very difficult. This and Crystal were your first Pokemon games. Sapphire, Ruby soon after. Doing laundry, then watching a movie. Nice. Sounds like a nice chill day. One. You should be scared like someone... Okay, hold on. You should be scared someone's lubricating your balls of honey. One, honey is not a lubricant. And then you're gonna eat... A goat will eat that honey, and then you'll be quartered. What in the medieval nonsense are you going on about over there? You did get paid 50. That's still not enough. Ha. Did I pick up the hidden item next to the Poke Center? Yeah, I don't think 50 bucks is enough for brain surgery. There's a hidden item next to the Pokemon Center? Oh, there sure is. Wait, there's berries in here? Hold on. There's berries in this generation? You mean to tell me that Pokemon could be holding things? Oh my goodness. You always name your Butterfree Flutters, Glitter, Mona Lisa, or Confetti. You don't know why you chose Mona Lisa? 'Cause it's beautiful. What is this tomfoolery? There are like 10 police cars, 2 ambulances at the corner shop. It sounds like somebody had a heart attack. You argued with your boss until he threatened to fire you. Well, you can't be fired after saving somebody's life, right? I mean, you can, technically. The Mona Lisa looks like your mother. Maybe you're from a long line of descendants of people who eventually find their way back to the person who posed for the Mona Lisa. we'll run through because we're actually fighting now, so... English or Spanish? Let's go with English. Let's go with English here. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What's the rest of the line? Because just saying English or Spanish doesn't really, like, doesn't tell me the rest of it. So let's go. Glad you weren't at work when a car hit a lamp. Came feet from hitting a gas pump. Oh, jeez. That sounds horrific. I think, let's see, there was this one time... So I used to manage a Pizza Hut at one point in my life. And there was this one time a car came careening through the Pizza Hut. And I wasn't the one on duty, so I didn't have to deal with it. Whoever moves first is gay or bi. Okay. I mean... Oh no! I love people. Oh god. That will never, ever, ever bother me. You did it. You got me. Hello again, Francisco. Welcome back. Because the jerk didn't know how to press a turn signal. People are always on their way. They're gonna do whatever they want, whenever they want. Let me... We should have avoided most. I think a lot of the big trainers are out of the way, so... You did it to your brother, and you think you traumatized him? Yeah, that stuff's not gonna affect me. Yeah, none of that's ever gonna bother me. Oh no, somebody called me gay. I lived through the 90s. Everybody called everybody gay back then. So, yeah. Old news is old news. I mean, listen, on this channel, we talk about getting slapped in the face with meat all the time. How's that going to affect me? What if I pulled your ears? Please don't. Don't pull my ears. Besides, how are you gonna find the end of them?
Where the ears at? Where the ends at? They're far off in the middle of space. You're not gonna be able to touch them. Give me your money.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. How are you gonna even find them? You don't even know where they end. If you see a Zubat, can you say stop with the fucking Zubats? I'm already well past, like, being annoyed with Zubats anymore. They're all just walking XP to me. I'm not worried about them. This is actually free XP, so... Nearly hit a group of teens because you saw the scene. The majority of the victims in the crash were teens and their older siblings. Surprised they didn't sue the jerk. Thankfully, nobody died. Yeah, that's extremely lucky that nobody died at that point. Whew. Yeah, as for suing them, I mean, what are they going to sue them for? Trauma? Possibly hitting them? I mean, if it was unintentional, you can't... If nobody died, then there's nothing... No wrongdoing there. Somebody would have had to have died for there to be something like unintentional manslaughter. But... Cut them off? Pull like you are losing at the Squid Game on the rope? Wow. Such violence. Your family keeps saying goal because they're watching football? Listen, I don't know why they would be shouting goal. It's not like anybody's making one. I mean, they're gonna make one goal the whole game, and everybody's gonna lose their damn minds, so they should wait for that special moment, rather than just using it all up. Aw, man! Oh well, we'll just Vine Whip it. That would have been some good XP, but if it knows Rock Tomb or something... Putting someone in threat of dying is a crime. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I mean, if you accidentally endanger people, if it's a... Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Are we gonna start fighting Team Rukits? Been talking to your friends and watching me? Must be nice to have friends. Will we use Squirtle for Leaf Green or stick with Bulba? I'm actually considering... I'm considering using... using Charmander for Leaf Green. It may make our fight extremely difficult in that initial gym, so we might have to rely on some of our other catches. But Charmander would take out the need for, like, really a flyer. It gets some pretty good moves. We get the Magikarps to deal with the gym. Like, overall, it's got a lot of really good utility. Literally outside my window? Oh. Oh no. Except... No. If you were, then you would know I've only got one, and it's closed. So, yeah, I've highly considered it. So, our options really come down to... We have a couple options. Bulbasaur seems fairly strong. I'm using it because I know it works. I know it's functional. Using Charmander isn't bad. Charmander has obviously fire attacks. It does learn Steel Claw or Metal Claw at like level 13 just before you go in the gym. My only issue is that even though it learns Metal Claw, the problem it has is that it's weak to rock. So that initial gym is very difficult to go ahead and do when we're weak to rock. Especially because even if I were to go ahead and use something like Butterfree, Butterfree's considered bug flying, rock would destroy it. I could possibly get Mankey. Mankey could do the job, but then it doesn't have good defense. So it'd be kind of in trouble if it gets OTK'd. Bird, flying, weak to rock, and then that's pretty much what we'd have access to. Nidoran would be the best catch if, without evolving, it was fun just because of the anime. Nidoran would be the ideal catch for using Charmander, but it's not like I have a choice. If I catch a Nidoran, it makes that first one easy, and if I don't, then we're gonna really struggle and possibly lose all of our Mon by going Charizard, or by going Charmander. Once I get to the later game, it would be very easy, because Charizard can learn Fly, it has access to a lot of other moves, so overall, it itself negates its own weakness, becoming a fire-flying type. So I wouldn't have to worry about ground anymore. But yeah, and it gets double kick, and that would be important. So yeah, so that's kind of my thing. Is if I do go Charmander, I'm very heavily reliant on the fact that my RNG has to be good. Otherwise, I might screw my game over. But if I go Bulbasaur, it's not a bad Pokemon. it may end up getting replaced in general, but it'll at least get me through the early game, which is the real killer for these Nuzlocks. So normal flying is stupid. Like, why are you a normal flying instead of pure flying? Listen, I don't know. The leader of the Dutch secret police is going to be the president. I don't know much about politics there. The Nidos are a classic Gen 1 Mon. Yeah, they're good. They're good, especially in FireRed or Leaf Green. If you're going for your Salamander, then you really have no choice but to cross your fingers and hope for a Nidorino. And also hope that you manage to go ahead and get the Pikachu in Viridian. That's the other thing that you need to hope for as well. So, choosing Charmander, you're kind of at the mercy of RNG when you choose Charmander for these games. Whereas Bulbasaur is 100% the safe pick, Charmander is a really good pick overall because you can now have an extra slot instead of having to worry about your flying type. You can handle all the grass stuff on your own easily, and then you have your own flying type to go ahead and work with. Tori Snowfall, welcome back! All of you Raiders, hello and welcome to the stream. How is everybody doing today? You caught me on a good day. I am doing pretty well. We're kind of making our way down south, going fast, blasting ass because we're snowbound. We're slowly making our way through the cave right now. It's a pain. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a very big fan of these early game playthroughs where we have to like struggle our way to everything. But yeah, we're working our way through. How is everybody doing today? Oh, I forgot about you. Don't pull his ears. Oh, yeah. I should probably make an adjustment. You're right. It's definitely time that my thing went out. So, hold on. Let's get back to normal here. Alright, we're good. Run from this Zubat. Actually runs strats for competitive Nidoking in Gen 7 with Stomping Tantrum. Honestly, like, Nidoking is fairly good. Nidoking, Nidoqueen are extremely strong overall. Huh, puppy? That's me! Big Bow Wow. Listen, you can't, like, you can't just keep making my ears big, okay? Just because it ends out, you can't just instantly pop it back in, alright? Sometimes I want to see my dog and not my ears getting sucked into a black hole. Alright, I'm going into the fight. Alright, we're going into the fight. Yes, we're going. Wicked Brittle, hello, and welcome to the Alley Crew. Hopefully you are having a great day. I know you obviously came in with a raid, but yeah. Welcome to the Alley Crew. Let me give all of you guys who have just come... Okay, I'll wait until after this whole stream, after this thing. Oh, okay. I guess I'll just wait. Okay. Now, going back to it, yeah, hello and what... Hello and welcome to the stream. Yeah, hello and welcome to the stream. For anybody who's coming in for the first time, thank you for coming in, checking me out. I'll give you the whole quick spiel here. I usually tend to go ahead and do my broadcast during the weekdays as, oh, Hyper Fang. Fuck that. You better quick attack that bitch. We're not getting Hyper Fanged. So many redeems. Yeah, people redeem a lot of stuff here. Alright. Cowsers Khan, hello, welcome. Let me, everybody calm the fuck down for like 10 seconds so I can get through my spiel. Okay. During weekdays, I normally go ahead and broadcast for about 2 hours a day during my streams, so feel free to go ahead and pop in. 2:30 Eastern Standard Time is my normal stream time. If I don't end up doing, I'll usually post something, or I won't start until about 3. During the weekdays, you can usually get about a 4 to 6 hour stream, depending on how I feel. It's really been 4 hours because I have a lot of other stuff I need to go ahead and get done. So, yeah, feel free to go ahead and stay, chill in. I don't really beg for people, so if you pop in, I know life finds a way. So, anyway, there's the spiel. Feel free to come in whenever. I'm usually active for about 2 hours at least a day, except for Tuesdays, which I'm finally taking off so I can do stuff for the stream. And actually get through some edits and things that I need to go ahead and get done. Mike, I am going to murder you. I'm gonna withdraw your rights to quack if you keep it up. Alright. Seto Kaiba spamming in the chat? Yeah. That's how it goes. Seto Kaiba telling me I'm a bad dog. We'll go ahead and pop in with Takedown and switch out to our Butterfree. I can't see... No, you're good, you're good. Listen, you know it's all in good fun. I never have any trouble with you guys saying or doing particular things in my stream. Never am I going to be mad about something like that. Oh, thank the lords it missed. Supersonic is such a garbage move. Ugh! I hate Supersonic. We're just gonna have to run for it. Hope for the best. Come on! Yeah! Yeah, you guys are gonna see a lot of quacks. It tends to be like one of the cheapest things on my channel, so quacks happen a lot. Alright, let's take an account of all of our Pokemon. There's a berry pouch now? What? Why is there a berry pouch? It may lift confusion. That's so useful. No wonder they give it to you, just in case you have to deal with the Supersonics. It's 0. Quacks are free. Yeah, I know quacks are free, and it's not because I wanted them to be. It's because there is a programming glitch that is making quacks free. So, I kind of tell you guys, if you spam the quacks disappear, because the programming glitch is supposed to make them cost, like, at least, I think, 10 dog hairs or whatever they're called, but it doesn't. Just because you put it as a dog hairs thing? Yeah, it's kind of why it's supposed to cost that, but it doesn't. And you guys abuse it, and I give you the rights to abuse it. But if you keep abusing it, it goes away. You tried the one-chip challenge yesterday? You burned yourself? Oh, was that before or after the removal? Because I don't think you could have done the one-chip challenge and also done the surgery at the same time. Ducks have spawned. There's nothing we can do now. Yeah, that's it. The quackening is upon us. The quackening! Let's see. We have Caw. He's a scientist, so most likely Potato is going to be the right pull. Not a good pull, but do what I have to do. So, yeah, I guess let's do it. We got no choice. Found these fossils. They're mine. Please, Grimer. Okay. Okay, I can handle Grimer. As long as we don't get any massive poison, we should be fine. Psychic versus pure poison? I mean, oh, there it is. My favorite. Let's just burn it. Let's just burn the Grimer. It's quite crazy here, like, people always come in. Yeah, people always come in here and there. You know, it's good to have an active chat. Especially when you get a whole bunch of new people influxing. Trying to learn Stun Spore. So here's my issue. Harden obviously can disappear. I couldn't really care too much about Harden. I think Stun Spore is not great. It's a good utility when it's useful. But the problem is with Stun Spore, you rely on RNG. With not even the Spore itself, but you're relying on the RNG of the Pokemon not making its move. When you use Sleep Spore, I feel like it's better overall. Let's get rid of Harden here, but I think we're going to replace Stun Spore with Sleep Spore. After? Huh. But I think what we'll do is we'll go for Sleep Spore. It's overall going to be a better thing. Let's switch out to Bulbasaur immediately, rather than waiting. We'll put it to sleep. I think it'd be a better option for us to just sleep it and then whip it down. Sleep Spore in, like, this generation looks so overpowered in comparison. We don't want to use all of our things here, so we'll go for the Tackle, even with the chance of missing. About to use a Coughing. No, we'll leave this out. It's overall strong enough, I think, to be able to deal with it. My problem is currently that what's-his-name is poisoned, otherwise I would switch into Butterfree. Stun Spore is best for catching. Yeah, that's true. It is pretty good for catching. In my experience, my issue is mainly that I always keep one Pokemon around for catching stuff, but I feel like Sleep is a better option. Gen 3 Sleep is slightly different than I think a lot of the other Sleeps are. The dog's becoming a bunny? Yeah, it happens. You have to go. It's at 19. Alright, well, hopefully you have a great rest of your night. Yeah, so Sleep kind of works in a weird way here. Sleep is an extremely strong move in general. We're putting out Bulbasaur because it can take it. I don't believe Bulbasaur can be poisoned in this generation, or just in any of the originals, because it is a poison type itself. So, in 2 to 5 turns for Sleep, we'll go for the Butterfree, which is the better option here. Go for the Confusion. Yep, I figured it was going to be a double poison. Such bullshit that I'm going to have to eat through 2 sets of antidotes. I should have just stuck with the Bulbasaur. That would have been the better option. Me trying to go ahead and play the game, and the game played me. No being greedy. We'll each take a fossil. Do you want the Helix fossil? I believe the Helix... We're not going to use any of these fossils. We're going to go for the Aerodactyl. The Aerodactyl is a much stronger fossil, I think, in general. Plus, in this generation, Aerodactyl is just hella strong. Aerodactyl is extremely strong, and there's not many things that are going to Ice Beam. Lord Helix. Alright, 18. I don't think we can make it in time, so let's go ahead and antidote it down. I mean, it's only 100 apiece. Why did it, like, get Big Head at me? Why did it do that? Orcs can Ice Beam. Wow. Look at that 1% Clefairy that pops up right at the end of our exiting. It's here to be like, so long, goodbye, you didn't see me twice. And now I'm going to leave here and never see me again. I'm 1% to capture, I'm 1% to see. But now I've come to see you off, and now you have seen me. You sing? Stayed awake with Vital Spirit? Yeah, that's right, suck it. Take it, Clefairy. You thought you were gonna put me to sleep? Fucking manky! You got Bobo Bat in this cave? We did. We did. But Bobo has now become, what did we name it? Blind Bat. Does that when you have a good friendship with it. Oh! I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Moon and Cerulean City. Now I just need to get home. Oh. We're not gonna fuck with that. I'm kind of curious. Are those trainers? I really want to know, but I also do not want to get into a fight. You know what? Not worth it. Not worth sating my curiosity just for the sake of it. Roar. Okay. Interesting. That goes all the way up, so... This is also Route 4, if I'm not mistaken, which means we cannot get... We can't pick up anything here. Yeah, this is also Route 4. So our Magikarp is considered the capture for Route 4. So we don't get anything here. Nice. We finally made our way to Cerulean. After 2 hours. 2 hours and we're finally here. Ooh. Yeah, that theme song. Which I wish I didn't have to go ahead and make lower, so that way I didn't go ahead and have the automated YouTube copyright system slapping me down every 2 seconds. Yeah. Alright, anyway. Moving along. So, we need to get everybody to roughly 21. Takedown, I would like to go ahead and get up as high as possible to start with. So, I hope you guys are prepared for a long grind again. Reason number 69420 to not care about Bobo. You can't get Crobat until the National Dex, which is post-game. It will try to evolve, but it'll cancel automatically. Oh! That's unusual. I didn't know that. That's weird, though. But why? I don't really have any good answers here, I just realized. The only answers I have to it are birds. Like XP share? Yeah, but I don't think we get an XP share anytime soon. We won't get an XP share for a while, if I'm not mistaken, right? The same will happen to Blissey, because Game Here's like, her, only Gen 1s. Yeah, I getcha. Get out of here, rat. Ratate! Be gone, thought! Yeah, I don't understand, like, I get that they wanted to keep the continuity of it and be like, hey, you know, play the game in the original fashion, here's all the original Pokemon you have, and then they wouldn't allow it to evolve so that way everyone could experience it the same way. But, like, I don't give a flying rat's ass. Give me a Blissey. Let me get my Crobat. Oh, whoa, what an unexpected surprise. I didn't see that one coming. You guys gave me a Pokemon that I didn't know existed in Gen 1. And another thing, just because this is a remake and you want to go ahead and keep the continuity of the original series intact. Oh, no. Let us go ahead and suspend our disbelief at Pokemon using magical powers like Flamethrower and Hydro Pump and, you know, Anal Excavator. You know? It's kind of one of those things I'm just like, give me the fucking Pokemon. Who cares about continuity at this point? We have a literal god of Pokemon, the sun, the moon, like, gravity and time, but you want me to believe my Pokemon don't evolve into other Pokemon. Alright. Get fisted, Game Freak. Moving along, with other reasons that I dislike the Pokemon Company and Game Freak's design in general. Oh, Ekans. It could have been you and I. Ekans has Intimidate? Huh. What an unexpected find. Ekans has Intimidate. Pretty weird. Don't you get fucking Butterfree? Why? What is your propensity to getting poisoned? Can't you just exist? Without being, like, without dying from the plague, please? I would really enjoy if you didn't just die from the plague every 2 seconds. Why do I look sad and also wagging my tail? $21. We'll make it in time, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. God, I hate poison. Seriously makes me want to just punt a small child out of a window. Yeah, once we get our Gyarados, though, everything will be fine and dandy. It takes a little bit to get, but it is definitely worth it, especially because it pretty much solos this gym. Of course. Of course, Ekans. Why not? Butterfree, are you gonna get poisoned again? You ready to get yourself poisoned? Because for some odd reason you suck down poison. You look tired? I don't know. I don't know why. I must have tapped it at one point. Can you do the light bulb out? I mean, if I take the light bulb off, then we don't get the colored lights. And I have realized that a lot of people really like the colored lights of each of these generations. God, I hate that double quick attack Rattata. I can't do shit about it either. Badass just cannot catch a break here. And there's really no good answer to this Spearow. Not in my party right now, that's for sure. Do a poll in chat with the light bulb, yes or no. Or, like, you know, you could just go with the fact that I said I'm not going to do it. Surprised it allowed you to put the word ass in a name. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really have a problem with it, I think, until later generations. I think Quick Attack might be slightly stronger, so I think we'll go with Quick Attack over Tackle. Well, at level 10, I guess we'll really see if my theory here works or not. If Birdra is out, we'll go with Spearow. Well, it's certainly not taking it down in one go now. As much as I would love... Ooh, is that Hyper Fang range? Let's go with Potato. Just because I think this might actually be Hyper Fang range. Let me see, when does Rattata learn Hyper Fang? It might be at 13. What does Hyper Fang do? A fuck ton of damage. That's what Hyper Fang does. A ton of damage. That's why I don't like it. Like, Rattata is a phenomenal Pokemon, but boy does it hurt if you are not prepared for it. Let's see, learn set. So there are two sets of Fang moves that it learns. Super Fang and Hyper Fang. Super Fang, I believe, cuts in half of whatever the Pokemon's HP is, so it's really good for dealing with bulk fighters. And Hyper Fang is just a massive slap of damage. It learns Takedown... Oh, Laser Focus. Oh, Gen 3, here we go. It learns Hyper Fang at 13. So if we encounter a level 13, we're in trouble. If we're encountering a level 12, we're perfectly fine. But yeah. So level 13 is Hyper Fang Rattata. Hyper Fang, I think our rival actually has Hyper Fang Rattata at this point. So it's a small problem we have to, like, hope for the best for. This thing doesn't have great HP, but it does have a lot of attacks, so... Ooh. With that quick attack, it could be bad. The Nommer! Coming in here nomming! Hello! Welcome, Nommer. How are you doing today? Yeah, I don't have a good response. I mean, we just throw out a flat hand in the face. Yeah, that's basically what it do. We'll just go for a pecking contest. Show it the true pecking order here. Haha, bad pun is bad. Overall, I think this is going to be probably our strongest Mon here. Yeah, we still have some time. Let's see how much it needs. Man, we've only gone 300 XP into this thing. Oh boy. The grind on this is gonna suck. If only we had some way to share XP. When are you gonna change your live that still says going broke? Probably never. Because it doesn't say going broke, it says going for broke. But, actually, you know, I don't know. I don't even know what I would change it to, even if I was going to change it. Like, what else do I say about my stream? That, like, starting another Pokemon adventure? Let me turn this Rattata into a Goatsy? Yeah, see, you know what? That would be a good evolution right there. You have Chansey, you have Blissey, and then you have Goatsy. Right? Third evolution, Goatsy. Only watched you 19 times? Maybe something funny, like do not click this or something? I mean, I guess. I feel like it's heavily... Any joke that I put in there will probably be big played out. But I mean, I guess I could change it. I mean, welcome back, Jurian. It's not really like... It's not... Maybe that's what I should do. To kill a mocking Pidgey. I'll be there for you. To kill a mocking Pidgey. That's a good one. I'm gonna write that down. To kill a mocking Pidgey. Alright, guys. Slap me with some... If you guys think I should change that whole starting intro thing, slap me with some of your bests. Let's see what you think I should change the... How's Fish? How's Fish me doing? We're working on Fish you right now. Takedown. 5 hours and 44 minutes to watch your streams. Oh. That's quite a bit. That's what you meant by... What do we even... Like, I don't have a good way to answer this thing. Like, I guess Birdramon is my way to go. Going for the FireRed stone, maybe? The FireRed stone. I don't know if there is a FireRed stone, but... I'll put it down. If that is your entry. I know what I would name it. Blissey has an evolution named Goatsy? That's probably what I would name it. And people would be like, Goatsy? And they'd be like, what's a Goatsy? And then they would look it up online, and then they would be forever scarred. You know. The way it should be. What the internet should be used for. Scarring people. It could go for the quick attack. Unless it's a crit, it won't do massive damage, so we're good. It's our boy again. Fuck this thing. I dislike it so much. Do we already have an Abra? We do not have an Abra. So it's funny that I don't know why every single playthrough that I have seen, when people talk about their gameplay, every single person goes for the Eevee and does not go for the Abra. Which I think is weird, because I'm like, why wouldn't you go for Abra? Yeah, you could possibly catch it out in the wild, but, like, your best bet is to just get a guaranteed Abra, rather than leave it to chance. Like, why wouldn't you? I mean, sure, you could miss out on your encounter, because if you don't capture it, you don't get it, but... Better question, are you doing trade evos? No. We still have not done trade evos. We haven't done trade evos at any point during this series. And I don't think we intend to do so either. So we're stuck with what we get. No trade evolutions. My problem with the Rattata is when I throw out Badass, it gets the double quick attack, and it's like, why? It's every time, too. Ugh. It goes quick attack, and then it goes quick attack. In short succession, and then Badass never gets a single, like, he gets one hit in, and then he gets put away forever. What if you trade one Pokemon for an in-game trade? Yeah, that's fine, but when someone's talking about trade evos, they mean, are you going to go ahead and upgrade things like your Graveler, or your Kadabra and stuff? Trade evos doesn't refer to the in-game trade, it's are you going to go ahead and trade to get their upgraded versions. That's what they mean by it. I don't think there's even an in-game trade in this thing that I would like to begin with. Like, I think there's one possible trade that I would make, but that's about it. And I think there is, like, a Machop that I want. But if we have Mankey, like the way Legends of Arceus does it... Jesus Christ, I got attacked by a demon. How does Legends do their, I don't remember how Legends does their trade. It's been a very long time. I think they pick Eevee because you can use a stone for the type you need at that point. Yeah, I think a lot of people pick Eevee for... Most people, most Nuzlockers that I've seen, they pick Eevee and they go for Jolteon. Because there's no solid electric type. But at that point, like, do I really need an electric type? Of all the possible things that I face, yeah, there's, I could just use Thunderbolt. Why would I need anything else when I could just use Thunderbolt? Thank you for the blesses. Items like the link cord, no trades required. Wait, is that a thing? They use an item? Oh, yeah. See, that would make sense. I mean, that makes a lot of sense the way that it's done in there, if that's the case. You know, I've always felt like if you have the item that the thing needs to trade, if you have, like, a specialized item specifically to evolve it, it would make sense to be able to do in-game evolutions. I mean, you should be able to go ahead and evolve all of them to begin with. Can you imagine if nobody in the Pokemon, like, universe ever traded their Machokes and Gravelers and Haunters and Kadabras, so nobody ever knew that there was another evolution? Like, also, how do they do it in the wild? Are you telling me there's no wild, like, versions of these Pokemon out there? You're telling me there's no wild Alakazam running around, no wild Golems? It just makes no sense. Also, don't mind me, I'm just standing up and stretching really quick. Ah. Oh yeah, this little fucking twat. They're trading sons there? I'll take your kid, you take my kid. That's pretty funny. Eh, you like my kid, eh? When you get wild Gengars, somebody releases them. I think in the tower you can actually encounter a wild Gengar. Oh, talking about the tower. Man. Does the doll trick work here? Or am I gonna have to physically go through to get the Sylph Scope before I do anything? Because that's gonna suck if I gotta do the Sylph Scope. I feel like it should be a normal thing. The link cord. Just make it a post-game item. They trade them in the wild. You like my kid? I would like your kid. Hey, a trade. Give me your kid, I give you mine. This kid, very well trained. You can fit so many sandwiches in this kid. Sylph Scope Pokédoll was a glitch. Oh, God, I'm not excited for that. I hate having to do that. Man, fuck them for switching that. Also, I learned yesterday about the bullshit Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire trainer in the gym over in, I think, Dewford. I think his name is, like, Gruffy or something like that. He's a trainer that's just before the actual gym battle that you have to fight, but a programming error gives his Machop, like, near-perfect stats. So, you're fighting a Machop that's actually yoked out to the rims. And it's, like, the only place in there. He's right before that. Oh, hey! What up, Mankey? What up, Mankey? Already got one of you. I don't need them. Oh god, this level is horrific. 148? We're barely making progress. The thing is, my go-to place to go ahead and grind is now a scary death trap. So it's not like I can go to my go-to. When is your battle against Misty? It's gonna be a while. Misty's Pokemon are level 21, and at minimum, our best bet to go ahead and do it, sure, we could go ahead and use Bulbasaur, but I think our best bet is to get this thing to bite, so we can deal with Psychic. Favorite Gen 1 Pokemon? Ooh. That's a much harder question than favorite Pokemon in general. When I was a kid, I really used to like Sandslash. I didn't think it was, like... I thought it was just a cool design in general. Let me think. Nowadays, though... We're gonna sit here for a moment while I actually think about this one. I used to really like Scyther because, you know, swords are cool, haha, but... Let's see... I used to think Electabuzz was really weird because I was like, why is Electabuzz showing me its armpits? So, I'm thinking about, like, what mon have you caught in this grass? I can't catch anything. Magikarp counts as the Route 4 catch, and this grass is Route 4. Yeah, you can only grind Pokemon that hits ground super effectively because of Arena Trap. Yeah, so it's kind of a problem. I can't just switch out now, so... You like Kangaskhan? Yours is Tauros? The All Mothers thing is sweet. Let's see. It's not like I was even a big fan of, like, the legendaries at this point, either. I've always thought Jinx was a really neat concept. I used to really like Magmar. Even though everybody else thought Magmar was garbage, I just liked its, I liked how funny it was, and that the fact that it was not a Charmander, because I was always tired of the same looking Pokemon. You know what? I'd have to say Arcanine. Either Arcanine or Raticate. Even though Rattata and Raticate are super basic, I think Arcanine is just a really cool concept. I think it kind of got influenced by, you know, my whole thought of the fact that Lieutenant Surge probably dealt with a lot of Arcanines and stuff out in the field with him and his Raichu during the wartime, but... Charmeleon, Jolteon, or Scyther, or Scyther. Yeah, those are good choices. Arcanine versus 10 K9s. Oh, Arcanine for sure. If a Dugtrio comes, it may be risky. Yeah, and that's where I'm worried about. So my favorite grind spot is no longer a safe haven to grind. So I have to be very careful about where I grind now. My best bet is probably going to be... is probably going to be doing, what's it called? The biking trail. $100 K9s? I think any number of K9s is going to lose to an Arcanine. You know, just because of the single move of Flamethrower. Flying types negate Arena Trap? Do they? So flying and water. The only problem is I can't switch level like I normally would. So normally it's my first thing is to go there, take my Pokemon, because Diglett Cave has an excellent XP to encounter ratio. Plus they're fairly weak, which makes them much easier prey. But Arena Trap changes my whole strategy, and I have to think about where to grind because Arena Trap exists. I remembered somebody told me that FireRed and Leaf Green is not a Diglett heaven like I used to do, but I didn't know why. 66, that means 2 fights probably here. I think at that point we get XP share for XP. Probably be our best bet, but... Damn, Kakal got slapped. If you were typing zeros for this entire time, then yeah, that was too much to begin with. You're here for the Magikarp grind, it seems? Yeah, you've come in at the time where the carps are scarping. Would I rather have a large dick or a large tongue? Well, let me not talk about my membership, but I think I'll go with the large tongue. I think I'll be okay. Yeah, because an Arcanine is the power of communism. Our canine. That's pretty good. I never even considered that. Now I'm getting checked by moms because of your question. Thanks. Yes, intimidate my Magikarp. Show it who's boss. I don't think Magikarp could actually fight on its own yet. I'd love to actually take it to fight things, but it can't fight on its own at the moment. I can't even go backwards is the worst part. I'd like to go to some of our previous areas, because I think if I go to, like, Route 1 or 2, or maybe even the forest, it might be able to fight on its own. Since I'm basically making the exact same amount of XP anyway. How much do we need? Some ungodly awful amount, right? 1,000. And considering we just did 900 for that one last level. I don't think Birdramon can actually take it. Like... yeah, it's not worth it. A level 12 Spearow will pretty much wreck my party right now. Man, crazy to think that I gotta run from a level 12 Spearow. Are we winning? Kind of. Kind of winning. Oh, I didn't even think to take a look at my rival fights here. They're probably nuts.
He calls himself a duelist, but he's just a little puppy dog cringing in fear.
I'm not scared of you.
Bad dog. Don't contradict your master.
You're not mine.
Quiet. Sit.
FireRed. How large are we talking?
He calls himself a duelist, but he's just a little puppy dog.
I'm already sad. I'm already sad.
Puppy dog. Don't contradict your master.
I'm not scared of you.
Quiet. Bad dog. Sit. Don't contradict your master.
You're not mine.
Quiet. Sit.
Route 22, which is the original one. Cerulean City, he actually has some pretty scary shit. Pidgeotto, I know I have no real way to deal with Pidgeotto. Abra's... I don't know if Abra learns anything in this generation. Hold on. Abra... learns set. I'm gonna have to check Gen 3 Abra. Do you remember that raid you got a while back? Which one? Are we talking Tori Snowfall's raid just now? Jesus Christ, why was that quack so loud in comparison to the rest of them? All of them have been quiet, and then that one quack just came over and was like, quack! With a fucking capital letter. Ah, boy. I am reminded. So it only learns teleport, so if he has other moves like Flash or something else by TM, he's gonna have to have physically taught it. The Oni Lime raid. Yeah, I remember Oni Lime. Yeah, that was not too long ago. Yep, and they went ahead and subbed, and I was fairly curious. I haven't really checked much of their stuff, but yeah, I'm always happy when people go ahead and raid. I am not, however, happy when people go ahead and spam quacks, because it's a reason for me to take quacks off of the list of things that people can use. You brought them. Oh. Well, thank you very much. You're probably just letting him know about what I'm doing here. It's always nice. Always nice to have people show up and everything. You know, I'm like, it's interesting because, like, I obviously, you know, I'm kind of a stranger when it comes to the Nuzlocke scene. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a stranger to Nuzlocks in general anymore. I think going through 9 games of Nuzlocke in a row, you know, in total of 12 games for doing a Nuzlocke, I don't think I can, well, I wouldn't say it's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. So 14, having done 14 consecutive Nuzlocks, I would definitely not say I'm a stranger to a Nuzlocke, but literally that. Yeah, I would say that, like, my my journey here is definitely an unusual one, and I think even regular Nuzlockers who have gone through the thing are coming in and being like, there's no fucking way somebody is taking on this garbage challenge and actually attempting to do it. I think even regular Nuzlockers come into the stream and they're like, there's no fucking way. There's no way you're actually doing this. I feel like that's usually what ends up happening. Is this the furthest you've gotten? Yep, this is the furthest we've gone into FireRed, game number 9. I'm gonna be honest, we may actually use our rare candy at level 19. With the way that everything's going, I think I may end up doing that. How many times have you attempted this? This would be attempt number 2. In terms of how many times have I ever attempted this, this is my first time ever attempting to do this. I have never attempted this challenge before. But in terms of how many goes at it have I done, this is number 2. We got to Crystal and then knocked out in Crystal. And then had to restart from there, so I've heard that you can't evolve Pikachu in Yellow. Is that true? Yeah, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think if you try and use a Thunderstone on Pikachu, it'll refuse. But it is possible to evolve it if you trade it away and trade it back. But I don't think it'll follow you after that, if I'm not mistaken. Another interesting tidbit for Pikachu in Yellow version. Yeah, unless you trade it. Yep. Another interesting tidbit is that Pikachu in yellow version actually is statistically different than all other Pikachus. So it's coded differently than all the other Pokemon, and that's because Pikachu is holding a light ball. Since there are no held items, it just has its own little deviation code that says, hey, insert thing, it has this code attached to it. But if you trade it off to one of the later generations, you can pull the light bulb off of it. And then if you trade Pikachu back, it actually has worse stats than wild Pikachu's or worse stats than its starting Pikachu. It's one of the only ways that you can physically change stats in a game. For Pokemon, but it is the only Pokemon that actually does that. So, pretty cool stuff. Yeah, Pokemon Yellow version has some pretty cool things associated with it. Do you still know the Pika sound? Yeah, I still remember that fuzzy Pika noise. Where it's like... Sounds like a fucking necromorph trying to make its way through an air vent. The Let's Go Pikachu has better stats than all others. Yeah, it's probably in reference to that particular Pikachu. If they're doing the remakes, then they're trying to go ahead and remake Yellow version, so I assume it would be for that reason. Also, how does he have a Pidgeotto? How does my rival have a Pidgeotto at level 17? Like, is that... I don't believe that's the time when it evolves, right? Hang on, the bridge. Team is expanded, evolves into Pidgeotto. Despite this, his starter remains in its first form. Useless... as it is unevolved and only knows teleport. It's handy to use turns against Abra to heal or switch. You receive the Fame Checker from your rival. Fame Checker, that's pretty cool. But yeah, he has a level... The scariest Pokemon he's got is that level 15 Rattata. If he hits me with that Rattata, I'm in serious trouble. As for that Charmander, I also don't have much of a way to deal with Charmander either. I just gotta have to hope for the best. But once we get our Magikarp up and going, it'll be fine. How we're gonna do this is we're gonna do Misty, and then we're gonna do Bridge. I'm not going to attempt the Bridge beforehand. I don't think it's worth fighting a rival and getting accidentally trounced before we even attempt to do the gym. Did you kill his rat on the SSN? I mean, sometimes I wonder if you guys know Pokemon very well. Because I wonder, because you ask me questions like, hey, did you kill his thing on the SSN, when we haven't even seen the SSN, and we're nowhere close to it yet. Do you even Pokemon? Do you even Pokemon, man? We'll go for the Switch. It's not going to be a very comfortable Switch. Watch my fair share of MNJ TV. This game, Leaf Green, and the Gen 4, right? Well, this game is technically considered Gen 3. So it falls right after Ruby and Sapphire. And it's supposed to go ahead and be right between Emerald. But yeah, this is definitely FireRed. So Fire Red and Leaf Green are essentially the same thing. At this point, I've already beaten Cancer 3 times. You very much have been on the SSN before. Listen, all these games are independent. We don't consider our multiversal selves the same thing. We didn't go back in time. Alright, let's just go heal up. No reason not to. Better safe than dead. Better safe than in red. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-ba-ba-da-bop. I really hate this grass right now. Why can't our Magikarp just evolve? Holy cow. I don't want to fight everything in this grass, because this grind is really ass. Mr. Poopy Pants. Oh, man. Boy, do I have a story about... Okay, so, listen. There was this time I really enjoyed, like, RPGs and stuff, like Final Fantasy and whatnot. And I made this fucking mistake. And I thought it was so funny at the time. But then I tried to play the game and it was fucking unplayable. Like, after that. So, in Final Fantasy X, for anybody who's ever played it, I mean, in most Final Fantasies, you can name your main character, right? Have you picked up the rare candy in town? I haven't picked up anything in town. I know that there's a rare candy above that guy's thing, and we may end up using it for the last level, because I don't want to sit there and level to 20. Yeah, it'd be a waste, but I think it's a time-saving implement at this point. But, like, I remember that back in Final Fantasy, when Final Fantasy X came out, I played it quite a bit, but I decided I wanted to name my character Mr. Poopy Pants, and I thought it was the funniest fucking thing, and I was so funny up until I realized how many times they said your character's name in Final Fantasy X, and it's so fucking often, and I had no idea that they said your name that many times, so I just had to deal with them constantly saying poopy pants. And I was like, haha, it was funny for like the first few minutes, and then it stopped being funny after like an hour in the game, and they had said poopy pants so many fucking times. I just completely, like, I stopped playing the game. Because I did that to myself, and I was thinking, fuck, why did I do this? I thought it was funny, and then it stopped being funny. So, to this day, I just don't name anything like Poopy Face, Poopy Pants, or just poop things. Because it's funny for, like, the first 3 minutes of it, and then it stops being funny. You would have put it as your name? Yeah, I mean, you would have found it super funny, and then it would have stopped being funny. You would have been like, haha, it's named Poop. Okay. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. I don't find shit jokes funny. I am well past the point where saying poop is gonna make me laugh. I don't really need to quick attack it. It's not like it's gonna go faster than me. Or Mike, the name that you got from a random name generator. Should name the name King Asslicker 300. Listen, if you guys... I'm pretty sure Poopy Pants is the name of the villain in Captain Underpants movie. Maybe. I don't know, but I'm sure that seems pretty on par for that whole series, so I'd say that sounds pretty legit. Can Caw take it? Let's go with Burdra. I don't know if Caw could take it or not. But it's in that weird spot where it might or it might not. Are you gonna get rid of laughter? Well, I do have a really, really strong bearing, so, like, if I don't really want to laugh about something, I'm not going to. Such as the perks of, you hate fun? No more fun? Oh, yep, no more fun. None of that. Can't have fun. Listen, if you don't have fun, you can make a lot of money, and then you can have fun after. Sacrifice your fun now for fun later. Invest your fun to make more fun later. If you take all your fun and instead put it into things you don't want to do, that's Mr. Poopy Pants' mission. Disregard every fucking thing I've ever said. This has gotta be, like, one of the longest fucking grinds in the universe. You'll never know if you have a later. Have fun right now. No, 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 no. If you sacrifice enough fun, you'll never die. Right? That's how that works. You can do his voice really well. Can you tell any school stories? Man, I don't have any fucking fun school stories. I got slapped in the face with a sandwich once. There was a fight on the other side of, like, the cafeteria, and somebody picked up somebody's sandwich and threw it at them, and they ducked, and instead it went sailing through the air and slapped me in the face. I mean, let's see, there was this time where somebody decided to go ahead and tackle the vending machine, the one with the glass face fronts, and broke it, and then everybody just took all the food inside. Let's see. There was this time where I got pulled into the principal's office and told that I can no longer sell donuts because I was competing with the cafeteria, and they were unhappy with that because people weren't getting breakfast because they were getting donuts from me. Like, I don't really know. There's, like, you're asking for me to tell you more, but there's nothing really to tell. I didn't have the most exciting high school life. You've got a golden acorn on a stick. Nice. Acorn on a stick. Not actual gold, but it looks cool. Yeah, that's all that matters. Cool. Reminds me of the time someone in school threw a banana at you. That's pretty funny. Let's see. Let me think. This one time in Model United Nations, I had to go ahead and defend, like, 1940s Germany. That was a fun one. It was really weird having to go ahead and defend actual, you know, National Socialists as my stance, for a school fucking thing. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really have much. Let's see. In school, we were all known as the Singing Bulldogs because everybody who was on the football team... So our team mascot was the Bulldogs, but everyone who was on the football team was also in the choir. So we were known as the Singing Bulldogs. Go watch football. Bye. See you when the match is over. All right, you have fun watching people kick a ball. Why is this Butterfree so, like... Every time this Butterfree has the chance to be poisoned, it is. It just insists on being in a constant state of perpetual agony. And I've got to go, like, handle it every time. I'm starting to think... Hope we lose. P.S. Don't tell Van. You hope we lose? Oh no, I hope not. This Butterfree is in a good one. It's in a toxic relationship. That was really fucking smooth, and I wish I had thought of it. That was a good one. Ugh, Spearow, please. Please, Spearow, don't. I don't want to wait for Gyarados any longer. I'm tired of this grind. I want to go home. You don't know why you thought that? You just did? I mean, you thought it because it was funny. It was perfect. It was like the most perfectly timed thing. No need to apologize for being fucking witty. Don't get poisoned, you son of a bitch! You son of a... No! Why? Can you go one fucking moment without being poisoned? I'm so mad at this Butterfree. Wait a second. Why is this Butterfree named Butterfree? Oh, it's because we put in blanks for its name, and we never really named it. Welp. Come on, Spearow, don't kill Takedown, he's full of potential. He's full of potential. Wow, I don't like my relationship. I'm gonna end it all. Listen, some people be like that. I think we're gonna name this thing Masochist. If we find a fucking name trader, we're definitely renaming this thing Masochist. It's poison time? Yeah, seems to be. Please no Ekans. Please no Ekans. No Ekans. It's almost there, just half a tick at a time. I don't have any good way to deal with the Spearows either. So I just have to throw out Cacaw as the counter. So Spearow to Spearow, that's all I can really do. Yeah, okay, whatever. Fucking stop shouting at me, Spearow. So, funnily enough, according to Pokemon, Pidgey is actually more aggressive than Spearows are. "19. Trying to learn Pursuit. Oh, we can learn Pursuit? That's pretty nice. You know, it's poison time. It's poison time. You're feeding me poison. It's not poison time. No poison for me. Ekans be gone. I mean, the sad part is, it is technically leveling up all of my Pokemon. So even though I'm working on this Magikarp, everything else is getting its levels very slowly, but still. Hey, look, a level 12 Spearow. I level up mine, and it's like for the first time ever. We see one. Don't you growl at me, you son of a bitch. Go back to whatever grass patch you came from. Well, that didn't do very much. When you reach Vermilion, you'll find a very handy tool to grind. Yeah, Vermilion. Is it an XP share? Because that would be super nice. Instead of doing what I'm doing right now. Because, of course, like, Cerulean is by far the worst place to start your grind. It just goes on forever and ever. Diglett Cave incoming? Nope. No Diglett Cave. No Diglett Cave for us. Unfortunately, Diglett Cave is a danger zone. So, we're going in there for one Diglett, and that's it. We'll get our Diglett, and then we'll be out. And no more using Diglett Cave as a grinding zone unless we have to. You've been watching a lot of Has-Been? Yeah, I mean, you don't have to say you don't know why you're watching Has-Been. It's a show. It's a good show and everybody likes it. It's much better. You'll like it when you get it. Alright, we'll see. How many fucking Spearows are we going to see? What is going on right now? Why are there so many? You can grind up the fish. That one is safe when it evolves. Okay, we have one more level. Let me see. $12.75. We just need one more level. We're not even going to go up there because I get this feeling Gary will pull up, or chat will pull up in their Lamborghini and be like, "What up? Let's battle." And I will not be prepared. Or use 2 candies? Listen, I'm trying to mitigate. I thought about using 2 candies, but we're gonna use one candy. I don't wanna, like, take away my future joy for my current suffering. Should you start watching Hell of a Boss? I mean, that's up to you. I think Hell of a Boss is a lot better show in my opinion, but... Yeah, flying types and Pokemon with Levitate are unaffected by Arena Trap and should grind there no problem if it has a water move. Yeah, which as long as it gives us either Water Pulse or Bubble Beam, I think I should be fine with that. I'll be a-okay with those moves. And Gyarados will pretty much be a direct counter to that Charmander from here on. The good thing is that Spearow has a tendency to go ahead and use its stat-altering moves over its actual attack move, so that kind of works out in our favor. You gonna skedaddle? Alright, SRB, thanks for popping along our fish grind. I gotta get used to this, because we're gonna have this from now on, like, after we get through the Advance era and into the 3DS era, we're pretty much gonna have this. Also, I'm gonna need to try and get the Twitch program situated with this to integrate with what I have, because if so, you guys will be able to see what Pokemon I have available to me and stuff like that. There's a lot of integrations for Generation 3 that don't exist elsewhere, so... we'll see. I might actually work on that after I get off of today's stream. Level 12 Rattata. That is not Mankey fodder. How long left of stream? I have no clue. You're asking me how long I have left to stream? I don't know. But on a serious note, I honestly have no idea. I could go for... You know, at minimum, there's 4 hours during the weekends, unless I have something going on that I need to get done. So, at minimum, you could assume 4 hours is the minimum I'll stream on weekends. You know, with the exception of me having to do something else. Ooh. Oh, Vine Whip, because I normally go in for Vine Whip, not Tackle like a dumbass. How much longer you got here? How much longer do you have? 1,033. Just... we may actually be able to evolve this Gyarados by the time we're done with the stream. Maybe. In huge quotations, maybe. Yeah, ideally speaking, I feel like the cave is a much better grind spot than this. It'll pay off. Oh, I know it'll pay off in dividends. I know it's gonna be really important. Butterfree, don't you fucking... Oh my god. It's like it's suckling from the poisonous hose directly. It's like, poison? Better inject it up. This Butterfree just wants its existence snuffed out. Yeah, okay, Butterfree. I dislike you immensely right now, Butterfree. I am almost tempted to give you the fucking Ash Ketchum treatment. Because of how much I dislike it. Ekans spelled backwards is snake, and Arbok is cobra spelled backwards. Yup. Such is the joke. Wait a second. You know what I just realized? And I don't know how I haven't done this. Slowbro, use Sonic Boom. Come on, Slowbro, pay attention. Since everything is different, I have to really check in a lot. It's too much time to little do. Is nothing entertaining happening anywhere? Looks like it's having fun. Bye-bye, Butterfree. We joked about it last stream, and now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, mainly because I'm like... Why would I ever want to do this? Bikes are cool, but they're way expensive. Yeah, if you go by the theory that they did just have a war, it would make sense that, that everything would be very expensive. You happen to have a Poliwhirl, would you agree to trade it for my Jinx? This isn't a Poliwhirl. Think of me if you get one. Likes trading Pokemon for a Dex, aren't you? Would you please trade with him? How do you know I have a fucking Pokédex? I didn't pull that thing out of my pocket. At least one. There's amazing secrets. Do you know now which of the 8? Nope. I don't really want you to tell me about the stat changes and stuff that they allow. I like how they made the yard much smaller. The price is 9, but the max, he is a scam. Well, I mean, it's not my fault my child couldn't go ahead and carry more than that. Also, if you see a tiny spots in the grass that look different, there's hidden berries there. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Let me check Shelter's moveset. I don't want to throw out my thing and have it absolutely ass blasted by an Aurora Beam or something. Um, 17 is when it learns Aurora Beams, so we're good. How many chatbots do you get? Not really that many, honestly. Seems really can't buy happiness in the Pokemon world, only full restores. Yeah, it seems like in Pokemon world only Pokemon matter. Really, money doesn't matter. I mean, if Team Rocket can come in and just take whatever they want at any given time. I think the problem with Team Rocket is the fact that we're in a post-war economy. And Team Rocket is going in trying to go ahead and steal everybody's stuff when we're already struggling with recovering from whatever war we just had. So I think that's why people are upset about Team Rocket. Not the fact that there's organized crime, but the fact that they're taking from a bunch of people in a time where everybody's struggling. I'm pretty sure if Team Rocket wasn't fighting people in this era, people would probably be like, oh, okay, yeah, let's go deal with them. But they would keep them around. But since they're fighting everyone in a post-war economy, yeah, I think that's where the problems lie. You're bored, so you're watching me both? Now you can be twice as bored. Watching me on both sides. Ah, oh, that's right, there's a Goldeen coming up, and I don't want to deal with that Goldeen. That Goldeen is a small problem, because it has Peck. And level 19 Peck will do some damage to me, so... Alright, let's see how much XP that took off. Hey, 610, we're doing it. Yeah. Of fucking course. I couldn't just have a normal battle. I had to pull out the fucking masochist. Butterfree over there screaming and its ball hurt me more. Has a lot of delay compared to Twitch. Does it? Yeah, I have no idea. I assumed that there was a slight delay, but... At least it drops attack EVs. Yeah, for my carps doing the attacks. I didn't even look at the EVs here for any of the stuff. I haven't really thought about EVs. I just felt like powerhousing would be the best way to go about it. Have you done Nugget Bridge? No, I haven't done Nugget Bridge yet. I'm going to go ahead and do the gym, and then I'm going to go up Nugget Bridge and deal with my rival and all of that. So, I'm doing the gym first. The rival in FireRed is a little more dangerous than the other versions, from what I've seen. And the gym is really my cap rather than my rival anyway. Even though we don't do gym caps here, and we do just kind of keep to the gym numbers when possible. It's a long grind, but it's a long grind that's worth it. Once we get to 19, we'll rare candy, get our Gyarados. And that'll be good then. Listen, if we can just get a bunch of Mankeys, that would be very nice. You want all Whoopers, both shiny and non-shiny. Army of 4 Whoopers. That's a pretty stacked team you got there. Nothing but Whoopers. Oops, all Whoops. It's definitely what I would call it too. Oops, all Whoops. Search Whooper Feet. It's cursed. Why would I search Whooper Feet then? Why do I want to sit there and look at Whooper Feet? I'll do it while we're waiting for this attack to go through. It's just a picture of Whoopers. Whoopers with hands weirds me out. You know about Whoopers with Whooper Feet. It's just a picture of Whoopers with feet. Now, Whoopers with hands, though, on the other hand, that's nightmare fuel. $3.57. We're almost there. Boys and gals, we may have it before the stream is up today. Not with that level 12 Spearow in the way, but... Whooper can use Ice Punch. Says, holy shit. Yeah, it's punching them with its feet. I don't think Shiny Whooper would approve that if they were here. What, Whooper feet? That's okay. Nobody has to know. It's you and Whooper's little secret. Do you have a worse Pokemon? A Pokemon that I think is absolutely terrible? Let's see. I think there's some pretty bad Pokemon. Overall, the disappointment that is the Dunsparce is, like, I think Dunsparce has to be a pretty poorly designed Pokemon. Very unfortunately, it is just super poorly designed. Bad stats, bad attacks, it doesn't do very much. God, that thing is hideous. A Timple? I'd have to go with Dunsparce. I think Dunsparce's design is not great. I know it's based off of that that Japanese mythology snake thing, but it's poorly designed, poorly statted, poorly maneuvered. Like, everything about Dunsparce is just bad. Smoochum? I think I'd have a Smoochum. If I had a Pokemon, I think I'd keep a Smoochum. I think it'd be pretty cool. You know, eventually it turns into a Jinx, but I think it would be just cool in general. Yeah, I also thought it was very disappointing that Dunsparce did get an evolution, but it was just based based on how many sparses it has attached. It is pretty cool. Now that I think about it, I wonder if out there's more than a 4-stack Dunsparce. Because there's a 3-stack Dunsparce, which is Dunsparce. But there's also a 4-stack, which is a Dunsparce. And it's not like it's not like one is an evolution of the other. It's the same Pokemon, but like a 4-stack Dunsparce is pretty interesting. So I wonder if there's like a 5-stack Dunsparce out there, and it's just exceedingly rare. Like way more rare than finding a shiny. Hey, Badass is now level 17. Look at that. We're leveling Pokemon. Yeah. Also, Primrose, why do you think Smoochum is a bad design? Alright. It didn't hit me with the poison sting. We have a chance. If we lower the age to run for president, you'll jump in the race. Man, if we lower the age for becoming president, like, I can't even imagine the kind of candidates we would end up getting. I hate to say it, but there needs to be, like, a minimum... The minimum age for becoming a president makes sense. Having enough experience to understand the world, rather than throwing some fresh 30-something-year-old running an entire nation. That makes sense to me, but I think there should also be an upper age limit as well. You know, you shouldn't be 90 being able to go ahead and go in for presidency. At most, I think you shouldn't be able to go ahead and run if you are over retirement age. That's how I personally feel about it. Because retirement age, I think, is either one, maybe at the cusp of 2 generations out, so they would still understand a lot of the stuff that's happening and still be in touch enough with the youth to be able to make those kind of decisions and shit. But I feel like if you're past retirement age, you shouldn't be able to go ahead and be president. Just my personal feelings about the matter, but... Gas, 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 gotta step on the gas. Gas, 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 gotta step on the gas. Yeah, pretty good song. Pretty good series. We're almost there. Can you guys feel the tingle? That's the future. You think it could even fight? You think this thing could fight? Do you think it could take on this level 6 Ekans? I guess we don't have much of a choice now, do we? It can't switch out, can it? Ooh, we are in small trouble, though. Hey, it did it! Look at that! It fought its own fight! Way! Everybody, fucking strobes, explosions, confetti. Our fucking takedown did its own fight. Look at that. Aren't you guys proud of it? It's ugly and annoying, plus it looks like Dora with a wig. Jeez. Hell yeah, takedown did its own fucking fight. Yeah, that's totally worth it. Totally worth it. Alright. Here we go. Stick it right in your pie hole. Oh, look at it. It's so beautiful. All of that work. And it learned Bite, so it pays off so well. Totally worth it. Alright, let's go heal real quick. Now we can level up the rest of our things. Save the game. Oh, yeah. That's very true. Save the game. Thank you. Yeah, all that speeding up, like, forces the clock up so quickly, and it bothers me. It's Gary. It's Gyarados. Yep, it's time to actually level up the rest of our fucking team now. It's time to beat the shit out of a Rattata-clock. Rattata-a-clock. Ooga booga! Oh, right. Poison is not very effective. Of course. Of course I would forget that poison is not very effective against it. I immediately decide that I'm gonna go ahead and fight, and then that's what happens. See you next stream. Alright, Jesus Christ! How are these Ekans so effective? Every single Ekans, almost every single time, has managed to go ahead and fucking poison our Pokemon. I don't understand how they're like, update from the soccer game, 1-0. I see. How is it they are constantly in a state of being able to poison me? Kid, I'm not moving around you. Nugget Bridge? I don't think we're ready for Nugget Bridge yet. Well, I still gotta get the rest of my team up anyway. I would like to go ahead and get everybody to cap before I even... Because I'm gonna go ahead and do the gym before we go ahead and do Nugget Bridge. So I'm kind of want to get everybody to cap if possible. Ekans is the toxic person in the relationship. Seems so. You son of a hoo-ha. Again? No, we're not dealing with you, Ekans. As much as I would like to actually get EV's attacks from you. Oh, Spearows. I forgot about Spearows, too. Yeah, this is probably the most of all the rival fights. I think this particular rival fight above Cerulean is the most game ending of them. If there is a run ender, it is definitely above Cerulean. I guess we'll switch in for the Butterfree. Even if it gets poisoned. Oh my goodness. Think it could take it in a scratch? Nope, not with that Intimidate. I'm trying to wait for, like, Rattatas, but it doesn't seem like there's a single fucking Rattata popping up here. It's ridiculous. I'm wondering if maybe we should go into the rival fight. It might be a good idea. Are we doing the gym fight in this stream, or are we doing them tomorrow? If you're asking me if I'm gonna extend my stream is what you're asking me. So, more likely than not, I'm just gonna go ahead and say tomorrow. We'll probably end off at the 4-hour mark. Mankey v. Mankey. Yeah, mainly because I would like to see about trying to get some stuff set up. I doubt I'll be able to try and get some of the Twitch stuff to integrate properly, which I think I may be able to go ahead and do, but I'll have to get it activated and see if it works or not. There's a lot of programs for Twitch where you can actually see people's teams and whatnot. I think the integration might work for this generation, so I'll have to go ahead and check it, but... That'll be what I do for the next half hour, and then after that I'm gonna go take my dog out and then make myself some lunch. Alright. Yeah, I think that's where we'll go ahead and call it for today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's stream. We'll be back again tomorrow. Probably cap out another 4-hour stream. Maybe if I get up earlier, I'll be able to do more. But anyway, if you are new to the channel, make sure to like, sub, share, follow. All of that good stuff helps the channel grow. Hit that notification bell so you know when we're on. And tell a friend so they are also in the know. As always, we'll be back again tomorrow. Have a fantastic night. I'm gonna go play with my dog and eat. So, yeah. You guys do fun, have cool, stay golden, kids. Later.